Mechanisms of neonatal jaundice. First one, increased bilirubin load due to high hemoglobin concentration. The normal newborn infant hemolysis, cephalohematoma or bruising or polycythemia. In these conditions, we can see increased bilirubin load, decreased bilirubin conjugation in the liver. Decreased bilirubin conjugation in the liver. The decreased it's due to decreased uridine glucuronide transferase activity and glucuronide transferase deficiency type 1. Glucuronide transferase deficiency type 1. It is also called Crigler-Najjar syndrome. Crigler-Najjar syndrome. Okay, and defective bilirubin excretion. These are the mechanism of neonatal jaundice. The etiology of jaundice. The etiology of the jaundice, we can divide it into three. First one is within 24 hours. Okay, and second one is the second day to third week. Okay, this is second day to third week. And persistence after third week. Presence after third weeks. So in first 24 hours, you can see the causes of neonatal jaundice is hemolytic disorders like G6PD deficiency, spherocytosis. Okay, the second cause is maybe torch infections, which include toxoplasmosis, other infective agents, rubella, cytomegalovirus, then herpes. Okay, this is congenital infections. So torch and G6PD deficiency important. From second day to third week, you can the causes of neonatal jaundice are physiological. It disappears after 1 week. Okay, breast milk containing some kind of beta glucuronidase, so it can increase the bilirubin level in the blood, so it can also cause the yellowish color of the skin. The sepsis and polycythemia, increased cell number in blood, and cephalohematoma and Crigler-Najjar syndrome and hemolytic disorders. Okay, and appearance of persistence after third week. Appearance or persistence after third week, which include breast milk, hypothyroidism, pyloric stenosis, and cholestasis. Okay, physiological jaundice appears after 24 hours. Total bilirubin rises by less than 5 milligram per deciliter per day. Maximum intensity by 4th to 5th day in term and 7th day in preterm. Serum level less than 50 milligram per deciliter. Clinically not detectable after 14 days. Okay. Then pathological jaundice appears within 24 hours of age and increases bilirubin greater than 5 milligram and serum bilirubin greater than 50 milligram per deciliter. Jaundice persisting after 14 days. Stool clay or white colored and urine yellow staining clothes. That is pale stool color or white colored. Direct bilirubin greater than 2 milligram. Okay, direct bilirubin greater than 2 milligram per deciliter. Physiological jaundice characteristics appears after 24 hours. Physiological jaundice characteristics appears after 24 hours, and total bilirubin rises by less than 5 milligram per deciliter per day. Maximum intensity by 4th to 5th day in term and 7th day in preterm. Serum level less than 50 milligram per deciliter. Clinically not detectable after 14 days. Why does physiological jaundice develops? It is due to increased bilirubin load, decrease defective conjugation, and increased enterohepatic circulation. Incidence in term it is 60%, in preterm it is 80%. Course of physiological jaundice. So you can see the bilirubin level on the y-axis, and the age in days on x-axis. So the first we can draw about the term. Okay, so the age should be, the bilirubin level should be stopped at around 11th day, and peak at should be 4th to 5th, right? This is 4th, 5th. The peak should be here. Okay, the peak should be here and going to be end in the 11th day, and in term it is developed after 24 hours, right? After 24 hours. In term, the physiological jaundice develops after 24 hours. It is same in both preterm and term. Okay, so what is the condition of preterm? So preterm around 12 to 13th day. Okay, I just write here 13. So you can see the ending here, and the peak should be at 7th day. Peak should be at 7th day. So we can draw here and start after 24 hours. Okay, here, like somewhat here. So this is the graph of the origin and ending of the bilirubin in newborn. So you can see in newborn the jaundice develop only after 5 gram, right? Greater than 5 milligram. Okay. The jaundice means the yellowish color of the skin develops if the serum concentration greater than serum concentration greater than 5 milligram. So breast milk jaundice, it is caused by prolonged increased enterohepatic circulation of bilirubin. Beta glucuronidase is an enzyme where present in the breast milk of some mothers, so it can increase the bilirubin level in the blood. So bilirubin peaks at 10 to 15 days. 10 to 15 days of age. The level of unconjugated bilirubin is 10 to 30 milligram per deciliter. If nursing is interrupted for 24 hours, the bilirubin level falls quickly. Breast milk jaundice is the commonest cause of prolonged jaundice in term infants. So you need to understand that breast milk jaundice is the commonest cause of prolonged jaundice in term infants. So you can see the picture here of the baby with jaundice. You can see the yellowish color. Physiological versus pathological jaundice. So physiological versus pathological. So the onset physiological jaundice after 36 hours, that is after second or the it starts at a second or third day. Pathological jaundice at any time, even in 1 hour after the birth of the child. Within 1 hour the pathological jaundice can happen, may develop. The rate of bilirubin rise, that is lesser than 5 milligram per deciliter per 24 hours. Pathological, it should be greater than 5 milligram per deciliter per 24 hour or greater than 0.5 milligram per deciliter per hour. Peak bilirubin concentration up to 12 milligram per deciliter in full-term newborn, up to 40 milligram per deciliter in preterm newborn. In case of pathological jaundice, it should be greater than 12 milligram per deciliter in fetal newborn or greater than 14 milligram per deciliter in preterm newborn. So I remove these things for easy writing. So duration of persistence. In physiological jaundice, what happened? In physiological jaundice, duration of persistence 8 days in full-time newborn, 14 days in preterm newborn. Pathological jaundice, it should be greater than 1 week in full-time newborn and greater than 14 days in preterm newborn. Serum conjugated bilirubin level, it should be lesser than 2 milligram per deciliter at any time in physiological jaundice, then more than 2 milligram per deciliter at any time in pathological jaundice. This I am saying about the serum conjugated bilirubin level. So clinically newborn looks normal but anemic and not sick, normal urine and stool color. Okay, we can clinically find that in pathological condition the child is not look normal, abnormal and look anemic and abnormal color of urine and stool. Urine and stool have different color. Okay, or the stool may be pale yellow, pale color, that kind. So we are going to be discuss about the pathological jaundice. Pathological jaundice appears within 24 hours of age. Within 24 hours of age. Increase of bilirubin greater than 5 milligram per deciliter per day. Serum bilirubin greater than 15 milligram per deciliter. Jaundice persisting after 14 days. Stool clay or white colored and urine staining, yellow staining clothes. So Direct bilirubin greater than 2 milligram per deciliter. Pathological jaundice can be divided into two types. It may be pathological jaundice can be classified into two based on the levels of unconjugated bilirubin and conjugated bilirubin in the blood. Okay, so unconjugated bilirubin defective in under so the the increasing in unconjugated bilirubin present with hemolytic jaundice or maybe non-hemolytic jaundice. So if the conjugated bilirubin increases pathologically, so it should be liver origin or the post-hepatic origin or hepatic origin. Okay, we will discuss. Pathological jaundice. First one, the increasing in unconjugated bilirubin. It is also called unconjugated hyperbilirubinemia or indirect. Okay. First one, hemolysis. Rh, ABO and other blood group incompatibilities. Spherocytosis, elliptocytosis, alpha thalassemia, sepsis, disseminated intravascular coagulation, hematomas, polycythemia. These are the causes. Causes. These are the causes of hemolysis in newborn frequently. Non-hemolytic. It include breast milk jaundice, Crigler-Najjar syndrome type 1 and type 2, then Gilbert syndrome.